All right. Hello, everyone. This is the FDB podcast, Few Deb Watt podcast, however you want to refer it to. I'm here with my guy Olivier, as always. God, introduce yourself.
What's good, everyone?
I guess we're on YouTube currently, so there's no
Just
like
audio.
I listen to like an audio podcast, and they always have to
say their
like
names.
say what they're doing if they're like using their hands or something. Because
Do you think our
no one can
voices
see.
are like very different?
I don't think my voice matches my face and body.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it does.
You think yours does too? Like you think it fits?
Yeah.
I think it does. I've also
Like for my own. Okay.
We've also
Wait,
known
is
each
that
other.
a compliment?
We've also known each other for like 17 years.
Yeah.
So like it would be weird if one of us said it didn't match for the other person.
I guess.
Imagine I was like, yeah, your voice.
I guess because we're so used to it.
Yeah, like it makes sense that I would think yours does and you would think mine does.
Yeah.
But we're
And-
back with another episode. Oh wait, shit.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Go.
No,
Go,
this
sorry.
made me think about how we like get compared as brothers sometimes.
Yeah, more often than you would think.
Which like I want to know, like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, what is
Like,
I think they've seen more of us than strangers see of us.
yeah,
So they'll probably say no.
that we don't look like siblings.
Because one time it happened with masks on, and I understand a little
Oh,
bit.
did it? Did we have masks on?
Yeah, in that Publix with that guy
Oh yeah.
in Gainesville. I bet you we
That
had
was
masks on, I'm
weird.
pretty sure, because
Yeah.
that was a good year and a half ago.
The one I remember the most is at the vintage market. When we were just talking. We weren't wearing.
We wore
masks
masks then.
Yeah, and they were just like, he was just like, "Oh, are you guys brothers?" And we are like, "Nope."
Yeah.
But I could
unlucky
see
me.
because
I
at the
can-
time I feel like we had like similar haircut, maybe similar.
we
like,
did have we both had shorter haircuts at the time.
Yeah, so
We've got very different haircuts now.
I feel like we
Long,
look pretty
curly,
different.
and a little bit of mullet action.
I do need a
going.
haircut though.
Really? I got one 2 days ago.
You got one right before the last pod too.
I mean,
I'm pretty
I
sure.
keep myself fresh.
So you just.
I went a little short on the bangs. What do you guys think? Drop in the comments what you think of the cut.
I think your barber did you dirty.
Michelle.
Not actually.
No, shout out my girl Michelle, though. I've been
she's
going to
cool,
her-
She's cool.
Have you ever you've never met or even
I did.
one time?
Yeah, me and Jack went before a game one time.
Let's go. You know, I've been going to her for, I mean, my entire life. My dad, she was telling me actually when I was there, she's been doing my dad's hair since, she said she's 56 and she's been doing his hair since he was like 20 something.
Oh my god.
It's been a good like 10 or 15 years before I even was born.
Dang.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, we're back with another episode. We're going to try to keep things as often as we can while we're together, but you know, things
While we're together.
well, we're currently at least living within 15 miles of each other, and
right.
not 150.
You're right.
So we're gonna be coming back more and more. The setup is always probably gonna be a little bit different because we're working with what we got. We have this new poster though. We're very proud of this. Olivier got this for us. It's a. I don't think they've ever seen this before. This poster was never released. We had a couple that we released on like the gram and. On the
No,
YouTube.
never released at all.
This was actually a private one I always kept. It's my. Can you guys see that? It's the same thing.
I
just
gotta
on
give
my-
you the updated version.
No, I kind of like having the OG one. The
Okay.
fall 2021.
Yeah, so
That's a bit
basically
mad.
we made a season 3. Well, yeah, for fall 2021, and obviously we never did season 3 in fall 2021.
Until 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, switch it up a little bit. I mean, if you guys want one, you could talk to me about it.
Yeah, hit us up. We can send out the merch.
Yeah, you gotta buy it though.
We should be.
Like,
How many? I would love merch for the FDB. We can figure that out at
yeah,
some
yeah.
point.
I would love it too. It's just like hard to do quality stuff
And it's hard to do quality
without
stuff.
like wanting to spend money.
And when it's not bulk. All the
Yeah,
places
for
do, you
sure.
have to buy like 10 or 15. And it's like, well, shit. Or like, realistically, our listeners don't want merch.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I do, you do.
Like
Probably
a hoodie would be cool because it's like a
Yeah.
throw-on thing. Like even a T-shirt, I'd probably
or like a little
wouldn't even-
trucker. Something.
or a hat,
Yeah.
something like that.
I got a free at my work. I think everyone knows I work at a pet store.
Oh my gosh.
I always never know if I say the
Every-
name or not.
Literally last pod,
I think
you
it was
were
last
like-
episode.
You were like, "Do people know where I work?" Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Brands that like we have in the store we do training modules and they send us free merch.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone knows anything about dog food, this brand My Perfect Pet, they're sending me a trucker hat next week. Little My Perfect Pet on there because I did the training module.
Nice.
So love for the free.
You know, what would be a cool merch idea for us would be candles.
Candles would be a really good idea.
Because I feel like candles, like you're not even, like you could buy a candle without like repping it. So like even if Like, it
That's
could,
true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wear a hoodie, like, you're repping FTB.
Yeah. But if you have the candle, you're just showing support.
Yeah, you just got a candle, so.
Shoot. And it wouldn't be, candles can't be expensive.
I've never looked up, like, custom candles, but it would be fun.
We go to Bath & Body Works, you spend, what, $8 on a candle?
Yeah. But,
It's
like,
not
I
like we
don't
want
know.
profit off of it. I mean, maybe a bit.
I don't want to lose
Maybe
money.
a cheeky 5%
Okay.
to
I'll
cover
take
shipping.
that. Okay.
I think I would take that. Let us know if you guys would want anything. Candles, hoodies, hats, whatever you... Any other ideas?
We could even do, like, custom orders if you're willing to pay for it, so.
Yeah, well, we can make that work for most people. I really like when you guys engage with us. Like the likes, the comments. Like last, I was really happy with last episode.
Yeah.
People were commenting, and I like seeing that because it gives us feedback, and it also kind of shows like support for us. So
Yeah, and I feel like people don't really understand that, like, when you like and comment something,
it really changes things.
it really, like, pushes it.
On the algorithm.
Like, things with more likes and more comments, hit the algorithm more, and then, like, it spreads to people that, like, don't even know us. Because I feel like most people that watch us know us most of the time.
Most of the time. But because we can see, obviously, regular listeners can't. There's a analytics page on, like, if you have a custom YouTube. And I was looking at that the other day, and we've hit so many pages. And it's all because of people like you guys, like the listeners that they like it. They even just viewing it, having it on your page, kind of pushes that algorithm. So liking comments definitely help it out a lot.
Yeah, and something interesting I actually seen, I don't know, like, why, like, maybe because of the thumbnail is, like, brighter, I don't know, but in the past I noticed that we would get views and then it would slow down after a couple of days, but since we last posted, I've been seeing...
A consistent view, right?
Almost a week ago, yeah, I've been seeing, like, views every day coming in. So, like, I think that's interesting.
And whenever you visit the channel, it also pushes the algorithm. So whenever you just watch the video, obviously doing a like or a view or comment helps. But if you go to our channel, it also pushes it more because then YouTube is seeing more engagement on the channel and not just the one video we posted. Mm-hmm. So like if you go, it'll say that we have views on other podcasts. Like it has a view right there, a couple.
What?
Close that big tab you just opened. It says we have a couple views in the last 48 hours on an episode from the first episode of last season. Which is just showing that it's bringing people to the page, which is really nice to see.
Definitely.
So,
definitely.
Really appreciate all the support for us coming back. So, thanks, everyone.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we also, like, just enjoy it. So, even if the first episode flopped, we'd still be here.
Yeah, the support is nice, but this is kind of more...
Definitely the support is, like, encouraging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's get into We'll get into the potatoes of the podcast.
Wait, you know what we didn't do last time? That everyone definitely missed.
Which is very disappointing.
Song of the day.
Song of the day. I was cut up about it, honestly. I was driving home and I was like...
You're like, oh.
So, you want to start?
No, you got it.
Do you have one? I've got a couple that I've been...
I gotta look going onto my Spotify. Because I'm always...
I don't think you're going to like the one I might drop right now.
Okay.
So, a deluxe of an album came out yesterday.
Oh, dear.
And I'm between two songs right now. So the album is Mainstream Sellout. It's Machine Gun Kelly's album. We dropped a deluxe for it yesterday. It's been out for probably a couple months now. And I don't know which one of the songs off the deluxe I want to make my song of the day. I'm thinking because there'll be more to talk about.
I'm thinking none of them.
Is the song Last November. Okay. And I want to do it because...
What's it about?
So that's why I wanted to do it. There's more to talk about with this one. I also... maybe enjoyed the song a little bit more. Did you listen to Mainstream Sellout at all? So you didn't get to the song Twin Flame? Okay, so...
Actually, I listened to one song.
Was it Twin Flame?
Can I see the track list?
That would help massively if it was Twin Flame, because that's what the song is about.
I listened to, one about, shoot, I have to see.
So this is the full album with the deluxe. So starting here.
Where?
This is all the original album, and then a couple of these.
Emo Girl, I've heard that one.
Obviously you've heard Emo Girl.
Is that a really famous one?
Yeah, it's the popular one. It's on TikTok and Instagram. Okay, well, Last November is... So he dropped a song in the original album that was Twin Flame, and it's about him and Megan Fox and, their relationship. Apparently it's do you know what a twin flame is?
What that means?
Yeah.
I guess not really.
So I thought that I knew what it meant, but Savannah... my girlfriend, obviously.
Wait, what did you think it meant?
Well, I knew it had something to do with, soulmates and all that.
Okay. But
so she knows more about all the, star signs and soulmates and all that kind of stuff, so she's kind of educated me on it. A twin flame is, I'm probably going to explain it bad, too. she's probably listening. Can you drop in the comments for me the actual definition? But what I think it is like it's the same soul. Yeah, pull the definition. Yeah, pull Sam. It's a soul that got split apart. So it's not like soulmates that like two souls that are meant for each other. It's quite literally two souls that got separated in life.
Okay.
See that? Shared similar life paths, history, and sometimes trauma. So not even in the same life. It's like this is a past life idea. So like you're the same soul that got split apart and you've reconnected in two different forms.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And so obviously Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly are probably not twin flames, to be realistic. They're probably not actually twin flames, but that's what the song is called.
How are they doing? Are they doing okay?
They're dating.
Okay.
Or I don't think they're not engaged, I don't think.
Yeah.
Wait,
no, they are.
Oh, wait, they are.
Yeah.
Because they have the whole,
Yeah.
the blood on the vial thing. Not what the song. So the song's about them.
Okay.
And then on the deluxe, he dropped this song last November. And he doesn't say what it's about, but he tweeted right before the deluxe came out and said, "Last November is the truth behind the second half of Twin Flame." And so he hasn't talked about it in the media or anything, but people think that it was like a miscarry or like a dead child of some sort.
Oh, I saw that clip of him about to perform, and he said, "For my fiance and my unborn child."
Yeah, and he's never actually talked about it.
Yeah.
But it's like it's if you listen to the first, "You didn't wake up today. I didn't get to see your face," and that's the first two lyrics. And then there's
Is that about his child?
That's what. So no one really knows because he hasn't talked about it. But that "See, could I save your life? I never even got to hear your heartbeat." That's the most like telling one.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what it's like. So he released that, and it's on. He put it on the same like tune and guitar solo as Twin Flame, and it was about, instead of being about Megan Fox, it was about the child that they had, I guess.
Okay.
That's never been talked about before in the past like month or so. So it was a really good song though, and also very sad. It's hard to talk about those things in the media. So it's nice he was able to do it in a way that I guess he felt comfortable with. Sure. So song of the day for me, last November.
Mr. Gunn.
Mr. Gunn.
Mr. Kelly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with an interesting track.
Okay.
Called it's off the Kendrick Untitled Unmastered.
Okay.
And it's the second song.
I like this one actually.
And this one is it's a crazy song.
Hip hip.
Hooray. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, it's just a crazy
It's the only song I have off of Untitled Unmastered.
Yeah, it's like just like I would recommend to listen to it. You might not like it, but like you'll get something out of it.
You'll appreciate it at least.
But I don't have a lot to say about it, to be honest. I just picked it.
Untitled though too.
And I feel like it's relevant. Kendrick?
Oh, well, Kendrick, yes. Yeah, we're going to get into that's going to be in the meat of the podcast.
That's right.
We're still currently in the potatoes.
True. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is like the appetizer kind of. Yeah. We're getting into it. Okay, well, song of the day finally. I know you guys have been waiting for that one. Solid amount of time for that. But let's get into a couple other things we want to address. I mean, it's been a couple weeks since we recorded last, right?
Mm-hmm.
So things happen, obviously. I want to drop a piece of news for myself.
Okay.
I've recently been accepted into USF.
Wait, you might have. Did you not say this? No, you didn't say the last one. Okay.
I don't think so. It only happened last week. So, USF students starting.
Drop a like for that, please.
Yeah. Drop a congratulations.
Drop a congratulations.
So we've got.
That's the only comments, like 3 congratulations.
All congratulations.
Yeah.
So we've. I started in the fall. So any USF students, hit me up if you guys are starting in the fall of 2022. Obviously, I guess I didn't make that clear. But that's probably my biggest piece of news. The only thing that's really been happening with me. I'm kind of I don't know, on a regular basis, nothing crazy happens for me, really. What's going on down here?
I don't know.
Little charger malfunction.
Charger's just being weird.
Yeah, that happened to me. I've just been working, doing my normal thing. That's what I always do.
That's right.
You're working now.
That's right.
How do you like it?
I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
How is it actually?
It's great. Like, I actually like it.
Like, what would you say, like... Because I guess we both only had one real job, right?
I've had 2. Well, this is my 3rd.
Well, but what were the first 2? The Y, right?
Yeah, the Y, and then I was like an instructor.
For like a soccer?
For Taekwondo.
Oh. But you don't count the one that you did for soccer. Weren't you like a kind of coach?
I volunteered as a coach before.
I guess volunteering.
Yeah.
So then, but would you say this is your most like? I'm not like dissing on your other jobs, but your most like job. Do you know what I mean?
I think the Y was pretty like
Similar.
yeah.
Okay. Well, how do you like this one?
No, I like it a lot. I work at a community club
Mm-hmm.
near my house, and it's just like watch the pool. Oh my goodness, almost got a cramp. Oh, that was so close. Anyway, just watch the pool, watch the front desk.
Yeah, nothing.
But
Crazy.
it's like I like the people I work with.
How
I
many
get to
people
like
work there?
tan.
Hey.
Yeah.
How many people work there? 10,
Like
15?
10-ish, yeah.
Okay.
But it like kind of rotates seasonally. Like I'm gonna stop working after the summer, obviously. But
Yeah, that's true. My it's crazy to me that some jobs have like not that 10's not even a lot, but that many people. Do you know what I mean?
oh yeah,
Like my
for sure.
sister works at a restaurant, and she says they have on staff sometimes like 40 girls,
Right.
and it's like
Yeah.
that's insane to think about. That you like
yeah.
that one place could employ that many people for just it's just a restaurant. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. That's because we have like
But like
6, and that's counting the owner.
how many people are working at a time at your place? Because for me, it's
3
like
at most.
okay,
2
same.
associates
It's like 3, 4.
and the manager.
Okay.
But we
only-
all work probably more hours than your normal person works.
My manager like only stays in the morning, so we don't have a manager for most of the day.
Mine works a standard 9 to 5.
Okay.
What do you have? Like how many
My
hours?
shifts are like 5-6 hours a day.
And then how many like hours do you work a week?
25
Is that normal then for everyone else too? Probably not, right?
around. It's like all
Okay.
we all have pretty similar.
We have, like-
like there's certain people who only work like on the weekends, for example. But
Okay, we have like a range. I'm like right in the middle. I work like 20 to 25.
yeah, I work 20 to 25 as well. I
Okay.
think I don't think I work more than 25.
I worked like 30-hour weeks.
Actually,
the past, like,
technically,
month.
I work 20 to 24 because it's 6-hour shifts and I work 4 times a
Okay.
day. But sometimes there's 5-hour shifts.
Okay, mine ranges. I average 22, I think. But like
I probably say the
sometimes,
same.
sometimes they up me an hour. Sometimes I go down an hour.
Right.
It's just different. But yeah, for work for me, all that's really been going on, honestly.
Okay.
I don't think anything crazy.
Same.
I think my birthday had already happened by the time the pod came out, correct? Because it's,
I don't know
it's the
when-
25th now.
When
It was
your
2 weeks
birthday?
ago. Oh, no.
It was probably like similar.
It was
around
12
the time.
days ago. So around that time. If not, I turned 20.
That's right.
But I didn't do much. I don't think it happened
Yeah, I don't think so either.
because I went to dinner. I went to dinner at Council Oak Steakhouse, everyone. Obviously, it's expensive. It'd be a good chunk of money to go. But if you can ever go there, it's a class dinner experience. Not only is it like really good food, it was like the server's really good. It's in the bottom of the casino for people that don't know, like the Hard Rock Casino. So it's like the like steakhouse, the like what would that be called? Like the residential steakhouse. When you want a nice dinner in the casino, you go there. It was so good. They like are so like nice about everything there. Like they brought my dad. He got a beef tartare, and they brought it out in like a box, like a glass box, and
Dang.
it was like all smoky.
How
So
do you
when they
feel
opened
about beef tartare?
it? It was nice.
Okay.
I prefer carpaccio,
Okay.
which is for people that don't know either. I guess carpaccio's a raw, really thin spread out meat on a plate, and tartare's almost like a
Like
raw
little
patty.
cubes almost.
Well, it's like a patty form usually, not
Right.
cubes. It's like a raw
Okay,
patty.
okay. I was thinking of like mini pieces, and then it like builds into like a patty. Kind
Oh
of.
yeah, it looks more almost just like a raw hamburger patty. It's a
Kind
bit
of.
strange to be eating.
Yeah. But it looks like better.
It looks obviously better than just raw meat because it's cured or whatever. I don't know. It was actually pretty good. But I love how do you feel about crab cakes?
I love crab cakes.
I love a good crab cake. I always get one if I go somewhere like nice.
Yeah.
And I got those
I'm a
there.
fan. I'm a fan.
So Council Oak Steakhouse, definitely take
I love
a trip.
cheesecake.
We didn't get cheesecake.
Okay.
We actually didn't do dessert.
Oh.
I had a cookie cake at home. The dude though, this guy, Mike, I don't remember what his name was. I'm gonna say it was Mike, but I don't think it was.
Okay.
So Mike brought us.
Use your server.
Yeah, he was really nice. He was this guy from New York. He brought me out, me and my dad, a glass of champagne and some chocolates. He told him it was my birthday, so
Yeah.
he blessed us.
Oh, that's
It
fair.
was, the champagne was foul. I mean, I'm not a champagne guy, but it wasn't great. It was
champagne.
It was mad bitter. Like even like I've had champagne before and it felt extra bitter, I guess. It wasn't great. The chocolates were quite nice though.
I actually like bitter. I'm a bitter boy.
For the champagne?
Yeah, sure. Like,
It
I
wasn't
like...
nice.
we
But you
should-
drink bitter coffee too.
Yeah. And, like,
I'm a
chocolate, dark
sweet guy.
chocolate.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
a
dark
sweet guy.
chocolate. You are.
Like currently I'm drinking, there's actually not coffee in this, there's Dr. Pepper in this.
Okay.
We'll always have coffee on the pod. I don't have coffee
Sure.
today.
It's not a morning pod today.
No, we actually had
We're deep into the day.
I mean, it's 3:30. Goodness.
AM.
I don't know, I kind of like this a little better than the morning pod. No,
cool
I was
with
going to
it.
ask what they would think, but they don't have
It makes no
It
difference.
makes no difference
Yeah.
whether it's 3:30 or 10:30,
Yeah.
I guess.
Sure.
But that's what's been going on with me.
Yeah.
I figured I got one little topic I want to ask you about before we get into our main brain breakdown.
Yeah.
You listen to any podcasts?
Yeah, I actually listened to the FDB podcast. Sorry.
Okay. Do you
not,
like on a
not
regular-
often. Not often.
What's the last podcast you listened to?
Probably TMG.
Really?
Yeah.
As of like late or just in the past?
Like in like maybe a month and a half ago.
Okay.
No.
It's funny that you're not like you used to be a podcast guy.
Yeah.
Like you listen to more, used to at least.
Maybe. I mean, I just don't like. I just like. I don't know. I've just like fallen off of like a lot of like media stuff, like watching TV.
I have as
fallen
well.
off.
I have as well.
YouTube a bit. YouTube's easier to watch for me because like, you could watch a 10-minute video, but it's hard to watch like a 45-minute episode.
That's
you know?
true. I've fallen off of YouTube personally. I'm still on TV shows and movies a bit, but
Yeah.
I've fallen off YouTube almost completely. I
Really?
like don't watch
Dang.
YouTube at all.
Wow.
Sometimes I watch.
I watch a lot of YouTube actually.
Tim the Time Man. I watch his streams,
Okay.
but that's not YouTube really. It's more
Yeah.
a streamer.
I guess yeah.
So I know I've fallen off. Podcasts though I do listen to. That's a medium I haven't lost myself on. I still have like a few that I listen to on a regular basis.
Right.
I'm gonna shout them out for you guys just in case you guys want this kind of pod. Actually, let me go the other way around. I have two comedy podcasts I listen to. One, I don't want to get crucified, so I'm not going to say the name, but it's a comedy podcast. The other one is
What? How are you gonna recommend it then?
I'm recommending all of the other ones.
Okay.
I've got two comedies and two sports. The two comedies.
Wait, why would you get reprimanded?
Fuck it, I'll say
for
it.
this?
It's the Congratulations podcast with Chris D'Elia.
Okay.
He had a bit of a mare in the
Right.
media last year. That's why.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know the situation exactly because it wasn't one that was really in the media. It went like dark kind of really quickly. So no one
Right.
really knows what actually happened with it. I listened to his podcast, I'll be honest with you guys. I also listened to a podcast that him and his brother do, which is actually it's called Lifeline. They do like advice for listeners.
Okay.
So people send in like
questions. And
anything,
stuff?
like it's
Or,
like, oh, I have
situations?
a really annoying mother-in-law. How do I like deal with her? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And it'll be like videos or like paragraphs that they send in.
Okay.
So I listen to those, and then I have
That's
two
cool.
sports podcasts I listen to. One of them, if you're like on sports TikTok at all, you probably have seen these guys. It's the Stay Hot podcast. It's you might have seen them. It's Theo Ash, Matthew Sponhauer, and Bladen Kirk. They're all big on TikTok like separately, and then they became friends and started a podcast. So it's mainly NFL, but they do like NBA coverage when it's happening, obviously. And then the last one is the Peter Crouch podcast. I listened to that on the way here, actually.
Okay.
And they do a fun thing that's they have like different like sets, concepts. I don't know what you would call it, but
Okay.
one is it's called Pass the Pod, and so people will figure out a way to like organically spread the word of their podcast to other people, and they like people will send in how they did it, and then they'll like go over to the podcast. So like I was just listening to one, and he was saying it was a bus driver. And he said he'd let you on the bus for free if you're subscribed to the pod.
Oh, okay.
So he asks the bus people, and so that's his way of like passing the pod.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's smart.
I'm gonna submit myself honestly.
What are you gonna do?
Say I talked about their podcast on my podcast.
Ah.
And
then maybe they'll shout
It'd
out.
be a little big break for us.
Hey,
So
what's up?
everyone hit up. Well, don't. You're not gonna. Actually
No, this
do
is
it.
this is what they should do. They should subscribe now before we get the big break.
Yes.
So they could say they knew
If
us.
anyone's listening, go subscribe to it's that Peter Crouch podcast.
No. Subscribe to us.
Well, both.
Okay.
If you're not subscribed already, subscribe to us. And after you subscribe
That's step
to us,
one. That's
yeah.
step one.
Step two, it's called That Peter Crouch Podcast. I listen to it on Apple Podcasts. Listen to it on whatever you want, and that's on. Go subscribe to them, and then I'll be able to submit and be like, "Hey guys, I Well, I'm not gonna do a video, so I don't know why I was gonna
Hey, guys.
intro it. So hopefully, that'd be really cool. So I'm gonna do that, and then let me drop a back stronger. That's like their phrase.
Okay.
So
Say it.
I just did. I dropped a back stronger.
Like in an English accent, do it. No, actually.
I can't. I don't even know what accent he is. Like, I don't know.
He's English, right?
Would know, I mean, but I don't know what part of England. You know what I mean?
Stoke.
Just because you played them.
Yeah.
So, but it's a sports podcast. I don't know if I said that. He played.
I think you did, yeah.
He was a striker for England and a bunch of different Premier League teams. Yeah, where's he from? Macclesfield.
Well, where on earth is
Shit.
that?
It's near Cheshire, which is near. Wait, look up Cheshire.
map,
Oh, look,
please?
click that. Yeah. We're talking.
Oh, it's kind of near
Oh,
Cardiff.
it's,
Wait.
Oh God.
Oh, not really. It's like near Preston.
It's closer to and
So I have no idea
it's
what.
in the middle
that
of
accent.
nothing. Goodness, Peter Crouch.
Oh, it's like right by Sheffield.
Sheffield and Leeds. It's in between Sheffield and Leeds, but closer to Sheffield. Okay, I mean, why didn't that other map have that? Those are
Sheffield has like a pretty recognizable accent. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, not for me though. I can't do it.
Like, well, it would be hard. Like if you're like this is a Sheffield accent, like you could tell it apart from like a Manchester.
Okay,
accent
yeah,
or
I guess so.
whatever. But anyway.
All right, so
Anyway.
this is gonna be
Dude, I don't know why my computer's like not. Oh wait, it's charging now. Okay.
word for no reason. All right, guys, we have this is a topic we purposely didn't talk about last time. I wonder if people were like, "Oh my God, how did they not talk about Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers?" That was probably something I thought that went through people's heads. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Probably, probably,
Oh my god.
probably album of the year. Well, so
So
far,
far.
certainly. It's
Rap
like-
album of the year, we'll say. Because I don't know. I don't listen to other genres enough to like say it's better.
I mean, I listened to Mainstream Sellout and I thought it was better, I guess. No, I mean Mr. Morale.
Oh. Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah, I'd say album of the year for sure, in my opinion. I feel like another album came out this year that was not
Like pushes?
rap. Well, that'd be rap.
Oh, not rap. There's a lot. There's so many. It's pretty
not-
crazy how much like music exists. That's like great music that we never
Yeah.
like even touch.
I guess maybe I was wrong. At least not that I've listened to.
There's a lot. There's a good amount of music this year, but
Yeah, but so I'll say
Anyways,
album of the year
focus.
so far. Probably for the rest of the year. I don't know who else could drop.
I'm thinking
Travis maybe.
Travis. I don't think he'll top it, but I think he could drop a good album. I'm thinking Frank Ocean if he comes out of his
I guess.
shell or
yeah.
not a shell, out of his like bubble. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's
bubble.
been like off the
Fully off the grid. Yeah.
off the grid.
Off the grid.
I was gonna say Kanye Donda 2.
Did you listen to it?
Donda 2?
Yeah.
It released?
It was on Stem Player.
Oh no.
But you probably
I
could have
didn't
found like a
bother.
YouTube. I didn't try to
Yeah,
find it.
I know what
either.
you're talking about. And there's that like big performance thing or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. But probably will remain album of the year is the point.
Quedeca album this year. I mean that's just something to shout
Yeah,
out.
that's true.
It'll
That's
probably
my
be
opinion.
like interesting. Who else?
Yeah.
Who else are we looking at?
Uzi. I guess. I don't
Is
know.
he even gonna drop this year?
Possibly.
I might not listen to it. to
I
be
will
honest.
if it drops, but he's certainly fallen off.
It's just like I feel like it's just not like for me. I just don't.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I
I've
think
never really been interested in Uzi.
yeah, will probably will remain album of the year. Is right now, in
We'll
my
see, we'll
opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have my music open since you have it up.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to go song by song kind of and just like break it down?
Well, I mean, we both enjoyed it, obviously. I guess we could start off with that.
Yeah.
You're
Well, I
early
mean, you literally said you think it's album of the year.
I guess, yeah. Well, we both enjoyed it, obviously.
Okay, how about like what made you enjoy it?
I liked that it was different than. I was kind of upset at first, I guess, a little bit that it wasn't just like a fun, like Damn. Like it wasn't just fun and good songs, a couple good features. It wasn't really like that. It was more. The best comp I heard for it, that it's kind of corny at this point, I guess, because it's been said so many times, but like it was like a therapy session, but
Yeah.
spoken word.
And it's like, yeah, I definitely say it's like his most personal album that he's ever released.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
that was
like
the
more
whole-
than Good Kid, Mad City, even though that's like
also
a very personal story. Like this is a personal like
He told that
in
one
like now.
yeah,
Good
but,
Kid, Mad City was when he was a kid, what he went through.
but he also told it personally through the perspective of someone else. That was the whole point of that album.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
No, it's his own story.
Well, no, but like Shireen was like a figurative person,
Okay,
right?
I see what you mean.
So he kind of used the music medium to tell it. Where with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, it was like him just spilling his trauma and his things that have happened in his life, which is really nice. Obviously, it was a really good, like really well put together. He's not gonna have a poorly produced album. Produced. He's not gonna have that, so it was nice to see it. And also, artists don't do that, so something different was also nice.
Yeah,
that
and
was
like,
good. Was about
definitely like, especially in hip hop, you don't see that a lot. And like,
no.
I was watching Tyler the Creator talk about this album a bit, and he was saying how a lot of people are gonna disregard this album because they don't want to talk about the things he's talking about.
Yeah, and because it's not a hype album.
Yeah,
it's not a...
and like that's almost like that hypeness of like money, drugs, all this stuff is almost like a getaway from like talking about real shit.
Well, because you can see it in the sales. People thought it was going to sell.
I mean, also these days it's hard. Like sale numbers are
sales
different.
are different.
Because
but people
of the
thought
way.
he was going to sell like crazy. He didn't even hit 300. Right?
Yeah,
He hit like 290.
I think he still did fine.
Which is
to be
still,
honest.
I mean, yeah, obviously
Like,
that's an
yeah.
insanely high number. It was still a number one album.
Yeah.
But Damn sold 600.
Right.
Which
Right.
is like...
But it's also
crazy.
different times. Like a lot. Like
different times.
Yeah, and like I think it's like they include like the hard copies within that, I think, or something like that. But they didn't like even with Post Malone's album, there's something where it was like less streams because of that. I don't remember.
I'm not really sure.
Someone probably I've read about it. I don't remember. But
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it also makes sense that it was still... I don't know. That's still so many if you think about it.
Yeah, of course.
Selling almost 300.
Yeah.
That's more than most artists will
do
ever touch in their
for
lifetime.
sure. And like Kendrick is at the point where he wants to put out what he wants to put out, and what he thinks is like best for himself.
Yeah,
and
this
I guess
wasn't-
even his career, but I mean, like money wise, he's probably not.
He's not worried about what the media is saying either. This was just
Not
him
really.
putting this out, which I also appreciate.
Yeah, of
also
course.
something people don't
and like
really-
having like being in a place where he is, like you've earned that power to do that.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Yeah, being Kendrick Lamar, possibly the GOAT, you kind of could put out whatever you want.
That's right.
Do
Track
you want
one?
to give it a rating first?
Should we save it for the end?
We'll save the rating for the end.
Okay.
What about a favorite song?
You don't want to go through the songs first?
Okay, we'll go through everything. We'll go through everything
then we
first,
could look back.
and then we'll drop a breakdown. Okay.
All right. First track is "United in Grief."
Which was a really good way to start the album, I think.
I thought it was very nice. Yeah, and like one like music wise, a theme that like kind of made its way throughout the album was that like very dry piano,
Okay.
and like
Which
I
is
don't know.
something you always pick up on
production.
beats, production,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And like the music in this album is like pretty incredible.
Oh yeah. The samples are really good.
Yeah, of course, yeah, like great sampling. But yeah, it's like this dry piano that kind of like makes its way throughout the album. And something interesting, which I've like watched videos, so I don't remember who said it, but this feels a lot like a play.
Okay.
A
I
stage
like that.
play.
Yeah, I like that.
And like you think about it, you have a dry piano on a stage play. You hear these footsteps.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
the tap dancing part
Tapping.
too.
And like that if you look at Good Kid, Mad City, that's more like a movie.
Okay.
Right.
I like that.
But yeah, so
Well, because some of the songs are genuinely just spoken word.
right.
Like Mother I Sober.
yeah,
Other than
it
the
is like a
chorus,
spoken word.
Other than the chorus, he's not rapping on it.
Right. And think about like this, if you made a play of this, like it would be pretty incredible.
It would be a nice.
You know what I mean? So so it starts off with like
The sample,
I hope you find
Yeah.
some peace. And like
which started so nice. I remember I was in
Yeah.
the shower when I first listened to
Oh,
it
you were in
because
the
it was
shower?
after midnight and it
Mhm.
was coming through my Bluetooth speaker and I was like, okay, I like how it started,
yeah, and then you have that I've been going through something
which was
that's
also
been trending.
like crazy.
Yeah.
1,855 days.
I've been going through something. So that I mean that already you already see like there's this growth
Yeah.
that he wants to like show in a
Yeah.
way, and like from here on out he's gonna show us like what's changed.
Yeah,
Like, why
it's a
should we
little
be
bit different.
afraid? You know what I mean?
But then he still comes in showing that he's Kendrick Lamar.
Of course, yeah.
He has to like start off like hard. He can't start off with something soft.
Definitely. I'd say what's something that stuck out to you, like lyric wise in here?
I don't know. I haven't like broken it down. I mean, you could go bar for bar on this whole album, and it's gonna be a good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that part, verse two.
Okay.
That was probably my favorite from this, or not verse two. Go up. The chorus. That was my
Okay.
favorite part because he doesn't do it first.
Right.
But that part was probably my favorite part of United in Grief.
Hmm.
The new Mercedes with black G wagon. That part, the
Yeah.
chorus is my favorite part.
I think also him, the I grieve different.
It's really nice, which is
And
part of
I
the
feel like
chorus.
that's very interesting because like grief is something that like he probably grew up with like in the hood, and there's like in
And it wasn't talked about. You
yeah,
kind of
like
just had
hood
to
culture,
deal.
it's not like that.
And so that's why he's saying he has to
grieve
grieve
different.
different because normal people have the ability to grieve. They're given that privilege of showing like sadness and grief. Where when you're raised, he was in Compton, right?
Yep.
And this is like the meme, two like white boys talking about the struggles he had in Compton. Obviously, obviously
yeah.
we know nothing about
And
it,
we're trying to read into it from his perspective.
and from our perspective, because we have to
Right.
look at it only
Right,
with
right.
what we know. So
Yeah.
it's interesting to see that the I agree with different part was also one of the better parts of it.
I think one thing that was important that he talked about was like flexing. He says like I bought a Rolex watch, I only wore it once. I bought infinity pools I never swam in. I watched
true.
Keem buy 4 cars in 4 months.
His cousin, if anyone didn't know, Baby Keem.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like this does go back to like poverty in a way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like he's saying poverty was the case, but the money wiping the tears away.
Yeah, and
Right.
then the I agree with different to start it off.
And then there was an interesting
And
like
oh yeah,
the drums in this was a break.
okay,
So I don't know if you remember it, but it's like a very fast like
okay,
and like I thought that was very interesting
to use that.
to use that.
Okay,
Very different from like, you know,
And
the
the part
regular
about-
trap drums you find.
the part about grief that's really interesting to me is I want to say.
Oh yeah, and at the end of sorry.
No, go.
At the end of the day, like the song is called United in Grief.
That's the whole point. Yeah, it's talking about how people
Sorry.
grieve
Yeah, go
different,
ahead.
literally.
My bad.
The best. This is maybe one of the best lines I've ever heard in a movie or TV show ever.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch WandaVision, or
No.
just that part with me?
No.
Do you remember that?
I was Loki.
Huh?
That was Loki.
Oh shoot. Okay. I'm not going to explain the concept of WandaVision to everyone, other than the fact that it's about Scarlet Witch. It's set place after Endgame. Vision dies, and she like takes over a town, and like possesses everyone, and she steals Vision's corpse, and she's like living with it, and she's like has people. She's using magic to like make it seem like a real world, but he's actually dead. She's just giving him life. It's like super like dark. And like, how are you doing this? And
But
at
it's
one
real,
point,
to be fair.
it's
in a
real
way.
to her. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
whole point. And so at one point, her and Vision are having a conversation about losing someone, and Vision says, he says, what is love, or what is grief if not love persevering? Which is one of the hardest things I've ever heard anyone say ever. That's
Dude,
so
I'm gonna have to
sick.
sample that.
It probably would be cool because it's like in his Vision voice, like his robot voice.
Yeah.
What is grief? Do you know the like
Yeah,
way he
yeah,
says
yeah,
shit?
yeah.
And it's just such a hard thing to say when someone is going through something.
Yeah.
Because also before, she's talking about the way she grieves, which I don't remember what that one is word for word, but it's interesting because people literally they grieve different. So it kind of ties back into that whole song how people deal with things differently. But that I just had to drop that line in there because that's
No, yeah,
crazy
that's
to
fire.
me. It's
I like that.
crazy. But next song,
Track 2.
N95.
N95, which was a bit more of like a trap banger.
Which I don't love it, honestly.
Really, I think it's a good
It's
track.
okay.
Produced by Baby Keem, you can really hear that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you listened to Melodic Blue. You did.
The
Baby Keem album.
with 16 and all those.
And like Scars and yeah.
I actually really like that album.
Yeah, I'd say the production like you
Baby Keem has a bright
you hear-
future.
Definitely argue. I think he's a talented guy.
Yeah.
I'd say like this song kind of goes back to that flexing, and I feel like he's kind
Yeah.
of talking to the kids here.
Yeah, he's reaching out more to a different audience.
Like in the first part where he's like, "Hello, new world, all the
He
boys."
says
and
it,
girls."
yeah.
It's almost like comes off as like a nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
how it starts off, and then he
Yeah.
goes into his.
Take off the foo.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's saying like if you take all this stuff off, like what do you have? Like you're ugly as fuck, right?
That's true. Yeah.
So he's
saying
like,
that.
take off all this designer. What do you have? And like you ugly as fuck, right?
Yeah, this one isn't as much like a deep meaning. It's
It's
just
not as much.
it's
yeah.
quite literally
Right.
like hiding yourself with material things. And it's called N95 obviously because it's referring to masks and how
Right.
I don't know. He's like a weird guy with it too.
I
Because he didn't
I
even
feel
like.
yeah, he talks about it more. When is the Kyrie bar? Is that in this
Oh, I
song?
don't know actually.
Okay, we'll find that eventually, hopefully.
He wasn't even like present when COVID was happening.
Yeah.
Like he's not like people love to say that they like shut off from the media and they take a break and they like quiet down. He like disappeared for like 2 years.
Right.
Like he was genuinely
For
out of
1,850.
he was like out of the media, he was out of everything. He wasn't even
Yeah.
He came back a little bit when he did the two songs with Keem, Family Ties and Brains
That's right.
Brothers.
That's right.
But before that, you didn't hear anything out of Kendrick Lamar for like a solid 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing about anything. He just was, which is crazy that someone that famous can be that quiet and away from the media for that long.
Yeah.
And
And like
succeed.
I feel like he knows that he doesn't need to be there in a way.
No. Some celebrities
Um,
need the media to stay relevant.
Right.
He stays relevant just being
Staying
Kendrick
off
Lamar.
the media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this song wasn't as much. It was more of a face value talking about hiding yourself with material things and the
Yeah.
pandemic and
Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen the music video, but it's a great video. And there's one part where he's kind of like arms spread like Jesus, like wearing all white, and he's floating like above the sea.
okay.
And I don't necessarily think he's saying he's God.
No.
But I think it's more like that's how the kids view him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's why he starts off that way.
Yeah, and it's a really great music video. You should watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Worldwide Steppers.
You don't love
track
this
3.
track, do you?
I don't even have it downloaded. I'll be honest.
Okay.
So you can kind of take this one. I don't know anything about this song.
Okay. I mean, I was like a fan of this song, but I don't remember it.
I mean, I wasn't like I didn't dislike any of them.
Oh, okay. So this is the one where he's saying like first time he had sex with a white girl.
Oh, that's this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Here, let me go to what I have downloaded.
and he
I
was
don't think
talking about how.
Yeah.
What was he saying? I think he was kind of feeling guilty for it because of his upbringing, I believe. Like he said here, okay. So Whitney asked, "Did I have a problem?" I said I might be racist. Ancestors watching me fuck was like retaliation.
Which he says that later on the album. Whitney asked me, and this time I lied.
Oh really? What song? Do you know? Is it this one?
No. Because
That's
I have it
interesting. I haven't
downloaded. I
picked
remember
that
hearing
up.
it about it.
Okay.
And he
Hopefully
says, "We'll
that
find
later.
it." I don't
Yeah.
remember if it's which one is it. And he's like, she asked me if I had a problem. This time I lied.
Okay.
Because he says Whitney asked me if I have a problem. I said I'm racist.
Correct. Yeah.
So we'll find that later.
Okay.
Which is funny that something I don't even have this song downloaded.
Yeah.
And you picked
Okay,
it.
that's
So
cool.
hopefully we'll find that later. But this one, yeah, not much to talk about with this one.
I feel like there's definitely more to talk about. I feel like it's just one that if you're
Doesn't matter.
passionate about this song, then
Yeah.
you could tell us a bit more about it.
I only didn't download 2 songs. This just happened to be one of them.
Okay.
Oh shit, we've lost it.
Okay. Track 4. Oh, by the way, we didn't really mention this, but this is a 2-part album,
Oh yeah.
double album.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, hence the and.
So obviously we're still in part 1.
Yeah, it's 9 and 9. It's 18 songs.
Yeah, track 4, Die Hard.
Oh, this doesn't break it up on Genius. It just says 1 through 18.
Yeah, but I know.
No, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So this song features Blast
Yeah.
and Amanda Reifer.
Never heard
Who
of
I
either
think
of them.
both do a good job.
They know they
I
both
actually
do
do really
very
like
well.
Blast's part.
I like this song a lot.
I like this song. This is a good song to
This is
listen
one of the
to.
most. This is one of the more catchy ones, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if I
sure.
saw meaning as much.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's like not.
A little bit.
There's a meaning to every song. It's not
Yeah.
just nothingness. I wonder what he is trying to say with this one.
I hope it's.
Oh, that's what she says in the chorus? I never knew.
Yeah.
Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff. Serafina flaming us. I didn't know that's what she was saying.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's also probably more of a face value at one, where he's saying like, "Set my demons straight. I want to be a better person in the future." That's kind of what he's saying. I think the lost one's keeping me up at night.
Right.
Yeah, kind of about like what he had to deal with in the past.
Yeah. This is one of the songs I've listened to a lot.
Yeah, well, because it's the most catchy. It's a fun song to listen to, obviously.
Yeah, it's like an enjoyable song. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
But definitely one of the hits on it.
I'd say one of the more catchy songs, and I thought, I would say like the features on it were nice.
Yeah, and if you haven't heard much of the album, you've probably heard this one.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. Just because the chorus, "I
Okay.
pop the pain away."
Yeah.
That's like a very
True.
catchy. That one a little bit.
Yeah.
This song,
Next, we're going into Father Time,
one of the best songs
featuring
in the
Sampha, who has
some very
an
good.
absolute class artist.
Yeah, this is probably one of the best songs in the whole album.
Definitely. For our first listen, this was the song that
You know,
really
on first listen, I was disappointed. I'll be honest.
the whole album.
No. With this song specifically, scroll down a
Really?
little bit. The first part, when he says, "I come from a generation of home invasions," I thought I was so disappointed because I thought the way it builds up and the way he starts, "I come from a generation," I thought he was gonna like start going ham. Do you know what I mean? I thought he was gonna start like,
Really?
yeah, fast,
This
coming
beat is
really
so
hot.
chill.
No, but I thought just the way
It has that. Yeah.
it's the way that the beat it starts to crescendo when he's saying and then it stops,
Mm-hmm.
and then he comes in with, "I come from a generation of home invasions." I thought he's about to go ham with it,
Right.
but he didn't, which
This-
was I like better now.
I really enjoyed this instrumental. I
Yeah.
think it starts off with that sample that's reversed, and I feel like that's what that crescendo
Okay.
feels like because it's reversing, and
Yeah.
like a waveform of a reverse is
Okay,
like
yeah.
small to big, small to big.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that kind of feels like it's like building into something.
Yeah.
And then it has a pretty interesting intro with
I like that he does these a lot.
yeah, you really need some therapy. Like, we don't need therapy. What are you talking about? Like, you need to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And I feel like going back to like his upbringing, like that's how
That's
these
the whole
dudes felt.
point.
You know what I'm saying? And they still do, for the most part. And it's like if you're real, if you're strong, like you don't need therapy.
Yeah,
You know
which
what I'm saying?
I don't know. That's crazy. That
Yeah.
and some of the things you obviously know he's not lying. Like these are true stories.
Right. And yeah, I thought like so. To preface this song,
Oh yeah.
he's talking about his relationship with his father.
Quite
and
literally,
how-
like daddy issues.
right, and like how his father basically impacted his life a lot, but like it focuses very much on the negatives.
Yeah, like as a young man, he had to deal with, like the way his dad was, never always so, not like stern and
Mhm.
like very poignant with the way he would treat him. Never very loving or caring. Just kind of
Yeah, even this part, it's saying like, Mama
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that boy is exhausted. He said, "Go fuck yourself. If you give up now, that's gonna cost him. Life's a bitch. You could be a bitch or step out the margin."
which is just not.
That's pretty strong though.
It's a strong thing to say,
And that is a very like fatherly thing to say.
But if you're coming from, he's not coming from the right. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like place of mind. If that was like a loving father,
yeah,
and you're saying that to someone, then it's valid.
right.
But the way his dad used it, obviously.
One of the strongest things he talked about, in my opinion, on this track
Mm-hmm.
was he was talking about when his dad's mother died, and he was saying,
Oh yes.
his mama died. I asked him why he's going back to work so soon, and his reply was, "Son, that's life. The bills don't got a silver spoon."
Yeah.
And it's like, and then it's like, "F everybody, go get your money." And
Yeah.
that's kind of like the message.
Which
that
is
he's
such like
putting-
it's such a harmful way of thinking.
There's definitely
crazy.
a balance for it because I think that mentality is not the worst thing in the world.
No, but I mean like having to like have that as a parental figure
Yeah.
is harmful.
Yeah.
Because if you're taught that you can't show your emotion and you're taught that you can't ever take a second
Yeah.
with the things going on in your life, he's even saying now, this has affected him his whole life. It wasn't like
Right.
he became an adult and grew out of daddy issues. He became an adult and is still struggling with the fact that this is the figure that he had in his life for being a man.
Right.
Being a man is not any different than being a woman regarding emotion.
Mhm.
Everyone's allowed to show their emotion.
Of course. Yeah.
So growing up with someone like this, he's saying like how harmful it was.
And think about it though. I mean, I think at the end of the day, his dad was still trying to set his son up because if you grow up in a neighborhood where this is the culture, like you could get yourself in trouble if you're weak.
Yeah,
right?
and it's the way his dad probably raised him in the same neighborhood with the same issues
sure,
going
yeah.
on. So I can understand, I guess, where the dad came from with it, but obviously it caused him irreparable damage to his emotional.
Right. I'm trying to find a lyric that was talking about how it, because of like this message his dad was giving him, it made it difficult for him to feel relationships very
It's right
deeply.
there. Protect yourself, trust nobody, only on your mama and them. This made relationships
Yeah.
seem
Oh,
cloudy,
there we
never
go.
attached to none.
Right. So this made relationships seem cloudy because his father wanted him to trust nobody, only your mom, protect yourself. And then it's hard to get attached to someone if that's in your head, right? Like you don't want to trust someone
You
else.
feel like you can't accept the love, is what he
Right.
said. He says, I might reject the love. He feels like he can't accept like love and appreciation that he's getting because his dad was never able to project that onto him.
Yeah.
Which, it's crazy that this could be.
And it's, yeah, I think it's cool that he talked about it. At the end of the day, like this song is like sonically is still like
Still sounds so
nice
good.
to
Even if you
listen
don't
to.
look at it at the...
Sampha, absolute legend.
Yeah, if you don't look at the real meaning of the song, it's still a slapper.
Right. But it's hard to look past too.
Yeah.
But yeah, great track. That's probably my favorite so far.
The next one is an interlude, so we don't have to do too much on this one.
Yeah, but this is the Kodak interlude, I believe.
Rich.
Rich.
Is this one with Kodak on it?
I believe this is the Kodak one because Baby Keem is the second half.
Oh, yeah, his is Savior. So this is the Kodak
So
one.
this is Kodak.
I don't love it.
I don't think I listen to this one very often.
It's also, I don't listen to it much either.
I mean, do you want to... I mean, we can... Do you want to get
But
into...
look, it even says right there, spoken word.
Okay.
So
Because this one doesn't have a beat.
Yeah, this one's interlude. This is just him and Kodak.
Just him. Just Kodak.
Or, yeah. Oh, no, Kodak and Sampha.
I think Sampha just does some maybe background vocals, but it's
Yeah.
predominantly
That's
just
why
Kodak.
that makes sense why we wouldn't listen to it, because it's...
Yeah, I mean,
also
having
not
Kodak
about-
on the album is pretty interesting, though.
It was an interesting take, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Should we get into that?
I don't love it. I understand it because the whole thing is about, like, struggles,
And how that kind of shapes you.
and, like, especially as, like, a black man probably dealing with those issues, it's different.
And, like, also, like, Kodak, obviously not a great guy.
Not a great guy.
Right. And I think one of the main things that Kendrick is trying to show here is that a lot of these dudes that are doing bad things, a lot of it comes from how they grew up.
Yeah.
And, like, having, like, for example, like, sexual assault being a normal thing growing up. Like, that's going to change
Shape the way you think about things like
yeah,
that.
and that's not necessarily an excuse for those people
No.
either, but it's just something to think about. But is Kendrick picking Kodak for that reason? Is that a worthy reason? Have Kodak obviously
And
not
give him this platform
a
to do
great
it.
guy?
Yeah. I don't love it as much.
It's definitely controversial to a certain point.
We
when I
have
start doing this.
my favorite song up now, Rich
Okay.
Spirit. This is my favorite song on the entire album.
Okay,
I know we said we were going to save it to the end, but I want people to know that.
this is one of the weaker songs in my opinion.
Well, because it's just fun. It's just a good song.
It's
I
just
like
a
it.
bit more fun.
I like
I don't-
listening to it.
Okay,
It's not I don't think it's the best song on the album. I'll say that.
okay,
I think it's my favorite, just because
Gotcha.
I had the most fun listening to this one.
okay. Do you want to talk about it then?
I do want to talk about it. Can we go to our little tab thing that we...
This?
Yeah. Should we do a part 1 and part 2 to this? Because we're on 7.
Oh, there's 18 tracks.
There's 18 tracks.
Maybe.
I don't want to overload
We'll think about
them.
it. We'll think about it.
I don't want to overload them. So how would
Okay.
you guys... Well, you're not going to get a choice, to be honest.
So
but
we're gonna do part 1 today.
we're doing Big Steppers today. Mr. Morale will be
Okay.
next time. Which, I'd say they're equal. I don't say you're getting like a worse one today or a worse one next time.
Fair.
I think that they're pretty equal. So you guys are going to get Big Steppers today. You're getting my part of the album today.
Okay. You've claimed it.
So Rich Spirit, track 7, my favorite. It's the most fun. The chorus is one of my favorite things on the whole album. It's really, it's just fun. It's just a good time.
I
to
don't
listen
like the
to.
part where it's like frat brother, that brother.
That's one of my favorite parts.
I hate that part.
I like when he does his little country accent. Which way
don't
goes to
like
that?
it.
Go to that
I
verse.
can't even find it.
Go down a little bit. You passed it.
Here.
Go down. Verse 3, right there. I don't remember which one Oh yeah, it's the "We headed there now. Are you strapped, brother?" And he does it like he does an extra like brother, like he does it like a
I like
country.
it.
Like I like it. I think it's really fun. I
Yeah.
also like in that I like the verse in general, but I like when he says that right there. Spirit medium. I don't rap, brother.
Mm.
Like he's saying, I don't what's it called? This isn't like my only thing. Like rapping is not my only medium of like speaking and putting my point across. He does things outside of rap, which is always a nice thing to see. You never want someone to be like one dimensional, and he's kind of showing it there.
Right.
But then also the chorus here is just fun. I've said it so many times, just a good time. It's catchy. It feels like
I like the first verse, I think, the most on this track.
that's true. He comes in pretty good. He comes in pretty hard with it.
Yeah.
He also I don't know. It's so nice. It's one of those ones where you kind of like you do the like stank face when you first hear it. Do you know what I mean? Where you're kind of like you're just going with it because it just happens.
Yeah.
Because I also didn't expect it. I don't like listen to. I don't like look at lyrics obviously when I listen to something for the first time.
Yeah.
So when you kind of hear him just out of nowhere, bitch, I'm attractive. It was kind of out of nowhere. So that part was also that was like.
And I
funny.
guess you could. That's a little like. Back to the You ugly as fuck.
Yeah, where you kind of don't expect something sometimes, so it makes it a little better, honestly.
Do you like the?
I like it a lot.
I do not like that.
I thought it was really good.
I like the first half of the chorus and the first verse.
Yeah.
I don't like the.
I think it's funny. I like it a lot.
All right.
So my first
Track
personal
7.
favorite song,
Track 8. One of the most standout tracks.
probably the most.
Right. Called We
Took-
Cry Together.
Took the media by storm when this came out.
Kendrick Lamar and Taylor Page. I gotta say,
I've never heard of Taylor Page before this. Have you?
she's an actress. She's not a rapper.
But I still never heard of her.
Okay. You might have seen her. But I think she absolutely kills
Oh
it.
yeah.
I think
She does so well here.
She is so good.
I don't know if I've
she's
seen her
recognizable
before.
to
That's
you.
interesting. No, I don't know. I don't think her face doesn't mean much to me right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I don't know
Boogie,
these.
White Boy Rick.
No, I've never heard of any of these.
High School Musical.
Musical.
High School Musical.
Never seen it.
But yeah, she kills this.
Oh
This
yeah.
is like basically an argument between a toxic couple to be like how it is.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, just to like
I mean, the way it starts.
yeah. I don't know, and then it ends with them having sex,
Which I thought was funny.
which was like kind of that's like a thing that's been done before, but I thought it was like
But it's
fun.
also,
It
it
was
probably
fun.
rings true in a lot of relationships.
Definitely,
You get in
yeah.
these arguments, you have breakup sex, blah, blah, blah.
And if all you're like in your relationship is for that, then obviously you're not in the right
yeah, it's
relationship.
an unhealthy relationship. It's a thing that you hear a lot.
Yeah.
And also, like, people were coming out, like, if this is... Oh, wait, stay on that part real quick. Go up a little bit. Stay right there for a second. Also, when you... People were saying, like, if you relate to this, this is not something to relate to.
Exactly.
This is them, like, not clowning it, but kind of bringing up this. Yeah, you're not...
Yeah.
This is not the way you're supposed to have a relationship and think.
Right.
So-
And going back to the play aspect, imagine this as a player music video.
Yeah,
that would be
really
incredible.
good. Them two
Right.
on camera beefing.
Yeah.
Um,
They got to drop a music for this. It's
That's
like
what I
made
was
for
thinking.
a music video.
You know, they have
so
to. They're probably just building it up.
Hopefully.
Look, go down a little bit. This part is really interesting. These couple bars where he says, "Why they say it's a man's world. See, you the reason for Trump." And then a little bit later, she says, "You're the reason." He says, "You're the reason R. Kelly." Or no, she says it.
that.
You're the reason R. Kelly can't recognize that he's abusive. And then he
Yeah.
says, "We all know you're still playing his music," which that's a really interesting like idea.
Yeah.
That like there's so many people in like Hollywood and the media and music that like are these like toxic, not good people, but no one truly
I mean,
shuns
Kodak,
them.
for example.
But no one truly shuns people nowadays.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. He's an example.
Yeah. Like
of like someone who has success and like where like that goes. This always goes back to like, can you separate the artist from who he is, from the
Yeah.
artist from the art? My bad.
which is hard to because you can obviously you can,
You can to a certain extent, I think.
but you can't truly because they're still making money off of the streams. They're still making money off of the views,
Yeah, but-
off of the
True,
content.
but I always look at it as like the money's gonna come to them no matter what. Like I'm listening to this music for myself, not for them.
No, I agree.
You know?
I think it's okay too. Like I'm not gonna not watch a movie because like I still think House of Cards is one of the best shows I've ever watched, and Kevin Spacey
yeah.
like messaged little boys like
Yeah.
sexually. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
You can't ever truly remove these people from the media. I guess the best you can do is be like outspoken about it, but
Yeah.
that doesn't change much.
I
Like, what
think-
is my opinion, even on like a platform like this, where what is this going to change? Whereas,
True.
like I talked about Deshaun Watson last time, I just wanted my point across. I don't expect
Right.
that kind of thing to change.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting to talk about.
Yeah. I will say, I do think he kind of got dogged up in this argument.
She
where
probably
He
killed him.
kind of started going off a bit, how he was saying, like, trying to say, like, women can't get along and stuff.
Yeah, he was
like
kinda
that.
just-
He was kind of like.
He was losing at that
He
point.
was definitely losing, and she was just like, "What are you talking about?" But yeah, it was an interesting song, very worth listening to because
Yeah.
just how powerful it is.
Oh yeah, and also once again, just spoken
and
word.
you feel like you're like in the room, like watching them
Yeah.
like argue. You know what I mean?
Well, that's also part of being a guy like Kendrick Lamar, where you're always gonna have really solid production.
Right.
It feels so like coming from one ear, coming from one ear, coming from one ear, and the way things like sound together.
And one thing that's interesting is a lot of these songs where you have a conversation, the way it's broken down is like a verse, or a line, but here is very much maybe 3 lines to one, and then they get like it was more random, more like conversational. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it felt less like a song. It was veering towards more of like a script.
Yeah, this one was definitely the farthest
is to a
one.
certain
This was
extent.
definitely the farthest one away from like music.
But the instrumental is
It's
beautiful too.
like a banger.
And part of me is sad that they used it for this song. But
But
part of me is not.
It's kind of cool that they kept it that little bit.
And I think no matter what, I would feel that way because that's like I feel like whatever instrumental they put on this, it would have been a good instrumental.
That's
So,
true. Yeah,
I believe this is the last song in,
this is the last. It's
in
9 and 9.
part 1.
You like it? This has got Purple Hearts right up with
It's okay.
Summer Walker and Ghostface.
I think
Killah
Ghostface Killah.
ruined the song, in my opinion.
I think he has one of the best verses on the whole album.
I didn't like it.
You know
Like,
Ghostface
genuinely.
Killer, right?
I know Ghostface
Yeah.
Killah.
And it turns out The Alchemist actually produced this.
Fair enough.
I mean, I think Summer Walker is kind of mid on this, to be honest. She says a bit of like some strange stuff.
We've got
know.
opposite views on this. I liked Summer Walker's verses,
Really?
and I certainly didn't like Ghostface Killah's.
I think Ghostface Killah killed it. You got to re-listen to his verse, bro.
I
He
listen to it on the
kills
regular. I like this song a lot.
I actually don't love this song.
I don't know. It just doesn't.
Bro, he goes crazy on it, but I don't know. Do you have anything important you want to say about this song? Because this is like more of a forgettable one for me. Purple Hearts.
I don't know if it's forgettable. It just
And
doesn't.
I
It's
think
not
it's-
saying anything like a lot of the
Yeah.
other songs are.
I think it's very underwhelming after a song like We Cry Together.
That's true. To put this as the last one, it could have been the other way around. Where this was the
Could have
last
been,
one of Big
could have
Stepper, or We Cry Together could have been the last one of Big Stepper.
True. That would have been interesting. I don't know. I'm sure he has a reason for it, of course.
But that's Big Stepper.
That's Big Stepper. That's
you
the first
guys-
part of the
What would you rate Big Stepper by itself? If that released as an album,
just those 10 track or 9
9
tracks.
tracks. Probably lower than if it was all 18, right?
Definitely.
I think so too.
I feel like it doesn't tell the whole story yet. Like I feel like after listening to that, I wanted more.
I only
but
truly enjoy. I guess 4 of 9 is pretty solid.
I'd say the songs that I don't love are in this first half. I'd
That's
say
fair.
a lot, but then there's obviously songs I do really love. Like, what are your top 3 in the 9?
In order:
Sure.
Rich Spirit, Father Time, and then Die Hard.
Okay.
I don't want to rank We Cry Together because it's not a song.
Oh, I was gonna put that for sure.
It's probably the best
yeah.
on this.
I'd say it's yeah.
It's the best piece on on Big Stepper, but it's not my favorite, obviously.
I'll
'Cause I'm not
say
gonna-
my top 3 is Father Time, We Cry Together, and United in Grief. I love that intro track. I think it's a very good track.
Father Time, We Cry Together, and United in Grief.
Yeah, and I
That's
am a fan
valid.
of Die Hard too.
Die Hard is
And
good.
95, I don't mind, but then like there's a few tracks that I don't love.
Interesting that N95 has the most engagements on these first 9. I would have
Really?
assumed it's We Cry Together.
Really?
Although it is second, to be fair.
Yeah. I
No,
guess.
would have. I just
But like naturally, if there's like a trap
N95
banger,
about
like,
mask also. Also about like masks and pandemic. People
Yeah.
enjoy those.
True. People enjoy those. Yeah. All right. That's part one, I guess.
And we didn't get to what I was saying earlier. My best song of the album. So I'll leave that for next time.
We didn't get there.
No, that's in.
Okay.
That's in. Well, 1 through 9, 10 through however you want to look at it, whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So we'll see.
That's a solid
You guys will
start.
see that next time. But my favorite song of the album appeared. It was a good little album review. I wouldn't rate it highly though if it was just that 9. So it's good he released a double album.
I don't know how to
together.
rate it. I would definitely still enjoyed it, but it definitely would have felt incomplete.
Yeah, much higher. It's much better that it's a double album. But that's that album review. That was the meat.
Yeah.
The meat for you guys.
Should we hit some little dessert?
Little
pieces?
dessert. I got a.
I mean, we could. Do you want to stay on topic, or you want to?
I think I got the last topic, and then we're good.
Okay.
I got a little Jared question for you. So, I enjoy. I don't know. I love hearing people's opinions, like the people around me and their opinions on like just random things. Do you know what I mean? So the one that I have, it's a 2-part question.
Okay.
The first one is, if you could have any. So this is an example of like a question I would ask people around me. So we're gonna do it on the pod for you guys. If you could have any material possession in the whole world, what would you choose? It could be a
Kryptonite. I'm just kidding.
it could be something specific. It could be an example of something. Like you could say microphone, and it wouldn't be this microphone. It could be. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be.
It would be what?
You don't have to be super specific with it. Like if I said I wanted a microphone, I wouldn't have to say I want the
Probably.
fine.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I'd say a winning lottery ticket.
But what if you get one that's worth $1,000?
I would say the jackpot lottery ticket.
Well, jackpot,
Whatever the biggest one is.
Powerball.
Yeah.
But what if right now it's like 10 million?
I don't care.
But it could be like 700 million.
It could. You're right. Okay, can I just say $900 million?
No, it can't be money. It's a
Okay,
possession.
a credit card or a debit card. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I guess I don't know. If I could only pick one thing, I would pick something that would actually like be helpful for the rest of my life.
So what do you? What
And
do
it
you
would
think
probably
you
be
pick?
money because that's just the way our life
So
is
a
set
winning
up.
lottery ticket?
Yeah.
I've never thought about it like that.
What's yours?
You're kind of finessing the system there.
Thank you.
I don't know, actually. I didn't put much thought into what I would do. I have an answer for the next question.
You don't want to.
No, I am going to answer this one. I just
Okay.
need a second.
Okay.
A winning lottery ticket is that's actually solid.
Yeah.
Because it's still a material possession. You've kind of hacked the system there. I would say, I don't know, a house.
I thought you said it has to be like in your hand or something.
No.
Oh, did you not say
I
that?
just said material possession.
Oh, I don't know why I thought.
I would choose a house.
Okay. That's
what I would choose.
That's ass.
You said a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
If I have a house, then it's
I'm
my
literally
house.
holding something that's like worth 10 mil in my hand.
If I have a
Or at
house,
least.
it's my house for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but like, why would you not pick something that you can't already have? Like, you could.
I didn't say
you can't work to get. I mean, you could work to get 10 mil, but like, you can't really.
No, but
And you can't work to get a lottery ticket. Like,
I
you
would
could
choose-
work to get a house.
No, but I would choose a house like a banger, like one in Avila.
But so then what? So now you got to pay rent, or now you got to pay like.
Nothing. I own the house. I have
No,
to pay
no, but-
utilities.
Yeah, utilities are mad for a nice house.
But like, maybe like
Jared,
a
if
few
you were
$100
given
bucks.
a house right now, you wouldn't be able to like keep
but like,
it up.
but it would be what, max $1,000 a month,
I actually have no idea.
max.
I just know it would be more than.
And it would only be me.
But you just pay that? Like, do you even make that a month?
Yes.
1,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's close.
So you're left with like
No, but
$10 a month.
But it's also, I wouldn't maybe. Who said I would even live there right now? That would be maybe once I get my career set.
I guess you could rent it out as an Airbnb.
Right now.
Yeah.
And then I could fall back on it whenever I want to move out. That's where I move out to.
Okay. I'm not fully convinced, but
I think a nice house. Because then you were saying set you for the rest of your life. That would set me. I have a constant place to live the rest of my life. And if it's nice enough how people could live there, you could live there if you wanted to. It'd probably be like 6 bedrooms.
but I'm also like
You could have a room if you
like
want.
it does set you up to like have a house, but like
I'd probably hit up my guy Robert Downey Jr., the one I told you about earlier.
that's just like so out of context.
Well, I'm not going to give them context. But
Okay.
I'd probably slide him a room.
Okay, that's nice of you.
I think so.
Yeah.
So that would be mine.
Okay.
And then that was the first part. The second part,
Okay.
if you could have any car in the
Wow.
whole world,
Wow,
what would you
okay.
choose? Get more specific.
Can I? It's just I'm gonna assume like you can't sell it.
No. Like this is like your
Car.
your car.
You asked me this the other day.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, what'd you answer for the people then?
I don't remember.
Because this is I always ask.
Oh, because
this.
do you remember when I was like a nice car, or is it like your everyday?
I mean both. However
I
you
can
want to
pick
take
two?
it. Yeah.
So
No.
Oh,
Like
well,
you could
go
choose
first.
choose how you want to answer.
You go first.
So I have technically 2 answers.
Okay.
One, I always ask the person that I'm talking to first, can I choose a car that's not available yet, but will be available?
Is it on pre-order yet?
I think so.
Okay, fine.
A Tesla Roadster.
Okay.
That would be my answer.
All right.
It's like
Is
the...
there a specific color?
I've seen a red one, and that one looks really nice. Although there is like that stat that red cars get pulled over the most.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look sick?
Yeah.
It's the Tesla sports car for anyone that doesn't know. Go to the home.
I mean, it looks
Go to like home.
like a Porsche.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Look at the back. Tell me that.
I mean,
Tell me that doesn't look like the back of a Porsche.
little
That
bit.
looks exactly like the back of
It
a
doesn't.
Porsche.
Wait, go to
Look
all.
at that. Looks like the front of a Porsche. Come on.
That, but that's not the actual one. That's a
Oh, it's a fake one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Go-
for sale already.
go up.
Sorry.
Go to all. Go to the actual website. I think you can pre-order for it now or reserve it now. You see that?
Yeah.
Reserve
So
now.
let's see.
Look at this.
Quickest car in the world.
It's 1.90 to 60, and
That's
its top speed of
mad.
250 miles an hour. The 0 to 100 is 4.2.
That's faster than most 0 to 60s. That's like fast for a 0 to 60.
The top speed's over 250. You have a 600-mile range too. Oh yeah, so you can reserve it now for 50
$50,000.
grand. It's 250 grand. just
All-wheel
that
drive?
makes sense. Which is crazy on
And
a
it's a-
sports car.
Oh, wait. Is it two-door? Yeah, it is.
And it's built so nice. And a 600-mile range for an electric car is crazy. Normal Teslas get like 300, I think. Which is like a... That's
Is that
what my car gets.
convertible? That's
And it's
convertible?
a convertible. It's a hard-top
Okay.
convertible.
I like it.
So this would be mine.
Oh my
and
gosh,
I would...
it was unveiled in 2017.
Yeah, they're still not available yet.
Wow.
I would wait for this car.
All right, bet.
I would choose... Do it today, 5,000. And then...
And then you have to do the next 45.
You know
in
what
the
I
next
did?
10 days.
You know, I did a...
Wow.
what's it called? I did the math, and technically I could afford a Tesla at the moment.
Teslas are not as expensive as you'd think.
Because I figured out if I do a down payment and a lease, I can
Okay.
afford one. If you do just the standard Model S,
Okay.
not the 2022 one, obviously.
There's some that are like 30K.
Yeah, so I figured if I did a down payment of
let's see.
$5,000,
Hmm.
I can afford it. Because then I have to make payments, and they're only like a few $100, like 4 to 5, depending on how much your down payment is.
Right.
And I was like, that's very doable.
I believe in you, man.
Thank
Do
you.
it.
I mean, I'm not going to because I'm trying to like save money right now.
A
But
2014, 40K.
well, no, if you go on if you go
2013.
on Tesla's website, they have a feature for it
Mm.
where it like tells you, it breaks it
Oh,
down.
okay.
I'll show you after the pod.
All right.
So what would yours be? Because mine's a Tesla Roadster. Since you allowed the answer, my other answer would have been a Porsche, but
Probably like an Audi R8.
an R8.
Yeah. R8s
Interesting.
are pretty
Yeah.
sick.
They are pretty sick.
I don't
Convertible or no?
know. Yeah.
I would say no if I was driving an Audi R8.
I mean, the convertible looks sick.
Look up 2022. Look what the newest model looks like. I'm not sure actually. That would be mad nice.
What are your thoughts on the new Corvette?
Looks too much like a McLaren.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's not.
Do you
know
like
what I mean?
McLarens?
I do. I saw one yesterday on the road. It was
Really?
crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it was blacked out. It was sick.
Dang.
So, Tesla Roadster and an Audi R8.
I guess an Audi R8.
Those are
I do like
valid answers.
Teslas too, but I didn't want to copy your answer.
That's true. The only thing about mine is it's a cool car and it's a everyday because it's electric.
Sure.
That'd also be
I
cool.
mean, it's still a sports car though.
Yeah. Like it wouldn't actually be my everyday. Like if I was going to work. Actually, maybe I would. That'd be sick.
Low-key, the G-Wagon's the goal for the everyday.
The G-Wagon would be a sick everyday.
Or a Range or something.
The Range wouldn't be bad. The Defenders, the Land Rovers,
those are
sick. Or the Bronco.
Or
It'd be a
just
cool.
the Corolla.
A Bronco would be a sick everyday.
Okay.
A Corolla? Shit. A Bronco would be
Corolla
a sick everyday.
No?
That's all I got for today.
Wait, what about me?
Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Let's go. I think we've put out a class performance for you guys. Thanks everyone for listening. We will make sure you like, comment, boost that algorithm, get us out there. I'm gonna hit up Peter Crouch. Hopefully we get on that pod.
Imagine the scenes if we do. What are the chances of getting on there?
I don't know how many people submit.
It's got to be a lot.
Yeah, I'll look after this. But thanks everyone for listening. We really appreciate everything you guys do. Views, likes, comments, anything, just the support in general. It's fantastic. We've got some big, we've got a big thing coming soon. That I'm going to try to make happen for you guys.
Do we?
Me personally.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try to make that happen for you guys. So hopefully by the next time pod's out, we got something going there. But we will see you guys soon. Another episode will be coming soon. Have a good day, everyone.
See ya.